Chosen one, you're not here by accident. You're watching this for a reason, one that goes far beyond curiosity. There's a divine timing to everything, and your soul has aligned with this moment for a purpose that is greater than what you see right now. At 3 a.m., the world sleeps, but heaven awakens for you. This sacred hour isn't just another mark on the clock, it's a spiritual window, a divine portal through which God speaks clearly to the hearts of His chosen. And if you're watching this now, that means you are one of them. For centuries, spiritual leaders, prophets, and seekers have recognized that between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., known as the fourth watch, there is a unique stillness in the world. Not just silence, but stillness in the spiritual realm. This is when the veil between heaven and earth is thinnest. It's not superstition, it's spiritual synchronization. During this time, God speaks clearly, angels move swiftly, and clarity is granted to those who dare to rise when the world is asleep. If you've been waking up around 3 a.m. without knowing why, that's not coincidence. That's calling. To be chosen doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're prepared, even if you don't realize it yet. God doesn't pick the flawless, He picks the faithful. You might feel overlooked, tired, or stuck, but in God's eyes, you're in position. You're being trained through your trials, refined by the fires of difficulty, and strengthened in silence. And now, the moment has come to awaken your spiritual authority. Because at 3 a.m., your prayers don't just echo, they ascend. One of the most powerful ways to engage with divine timing is through intention and clarity. Take a clean sheet of paper. Write down what you desire, not vague wishes, but specific needs. Whether it's peace in your home, healing in your body, financial stability, clarity in your purpose, write it with belief. Then, on the back, write 1111. This is not superstition, it's symbolism. This number represents alignment, divine guidance, and the opening of spiritual gates. Place this paper under your pillow. It's not magic. It's faith in motion. You're telling the universe, and God, I'm ready. Faith doesn't mean everything is perfect. It means you trust even when it's not. When you act on faith, especially during sacred moments like 3 a.m., you're stepping into a different kind of alignment. God is not moved by fear. He's moved by faith. And when you pray during this hour, your prayer pierces through. Let your words be raw. Don't rehearse. Talk to God like you talk to someone who knows everything you've been through, because He does. Mention your doubts, your dreams, your pain, your hope. Lay it all out. This moment is about surrender. In the Bible, major spiritual events occurred during the fourth watch. Jesus walked on water around this time. Jacob wrestled with the angel through the night. Paul and Silas sang praises in prison at midnight, and breakthrough came. So when you wake up during these hours, you're not being disturbed. You're being summoned. You're not restless. You're being readied. When a chosen one responds to God's timing, things shift. Not always instantly, but definitely spiritually. You may wake up feeling lighter. You may receive insight during the day. Someone might offer help unexpectedly. A solution may appear where none existed before. Don't ignore the signs. They may seem small, but they are confirmation. God's movements are not always loud. Sometimes, they begin with a whisper. When you put your written desires under your pillow, you're symbolizing trust. You're sleeping with intention. That act says, while I rest, God works. It's a reminder that you don't have to control everything. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is release, and rest in faith. As you sleep, divine energy is in motion. God doesn't sleep. And in the hours when you do, He moves. Not everyone will understand this kind of spiritual instruction. Only a small fraction, those tuned in, spiritually awake, aligned, will respond. That's why it's often said that only 1% will experience this divine appointment at 3 a.m. and actually act on it. Most will roll over and dismiss it. But you are not most. You are chosen. And chosen ones follow even when the path is unclear. After you've prayed, written, and rested with that paper beneath you, pay attention. The signs may be subtle. A strange peace you can't explain. A person reaching out unexpectedly. A new idea in your mind. A moment of clarity when you least expect it. These are not accidents. They are signals. The universe is moving. God is working. Your only job. Stay ready. Stay responsive. Stay faithful. Chosen one, this is more than a ritual. It's a spiritual engagement. You've just begun the first part of a journey that will reshape your mindset, reset your spiritual balance, and reposition your life. What you've started tonight or early this morning is a declaration: I am no longer waiting passively, I'm partnering with purpose. This is just the beginning. When you pray at 3 a.m. and release your desires, the atmosphere around you begins to respond. Not in vague or mystical ways, but in clear, measurable changes, if you're paying attention. Here's what to expect in the hours that follow. A sense of internal peace, even if nothing outwardly has changed. Unusual but relevant conversations or messages throughout your day. Opportunities presenting themselves where doors were once closed. Sudden urges to make decisions you were previously unsure about. These moments are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Your alignment has begun to pull the right people, the right ideas, and the right direction into your life. Sometimes, right after you align yourself with God's purpose and release your desires, you may face unexpected resistance. This can come in the form of doubt creeping in, did this even work? Emotional heaviness or fatigue. Conflict in relationships. Unexpected bad news or delays. But here's the truth, resistance does not mean your manifestation has failed. In fact, it's a common sign that spiritual momentum has begun. The enemy doesn't resist what isn't a threat. When your life starts moving toward the breakthrough, spiritual opposition often rises. This is why it's so important to remain anchored in faith, even when it feels like nothing's happening. One of the most overlooked parts of manifestation is gratitude. After placing your desires under your pillow and praying at 3 a.m., begin to thank God in advance, not after the breakthrough, but before. Here's why: gratitude unlocks what anxiety blocks. It tells your spirit, I believe it's already done. And this belief is what keeps the momentum flowing. Try this: the next morning, before checking your phone, before starting your day, pause, close your eyes, and simply whisper, thank you. No explanations. No overthinking. Just thanks. Let gratitude become your atmosphere, and you'll watch as more reasons to be grateful show up. A common question from people who try this process is, what if I don't feel anything? What if I don't see any change? First, understand this: spiritual work often begins beneath the surface. You planted the seed at 3 a.m., but seeds don't break ground the same day. However, they do begin to grow immediately, just not where you can see them. During this time, don't disconnect. Stay expectant. Speak positively. Avoid canceling your own blessings with doubt. Think of your 3 a.m. prayer like a spiritual investment. Just because you can't see the profit yet doesn't mean it's not compounding. After engaging in divine alignment, it's crucial to guard your energy. Here are simple ways to protect the spiritual ground you've gained. Avoid engaging in gossip or negativity. Limit conversations with people who drain you emotionally. Be selective about what you consume, what you watch, read, or scroll through. Stay consistent in small acts of faith, even just saying a short prayer before bed or writing new affirmations. God has started a shift in your life. Don't allow distractions or emotional noise to pull you out of alignment. If you've been wronged, whether by people who betrayed you, doubted you, or caused pain, this part of the process is for you. Following your 3 a.m. manifestation, a powerful ripple begins to move through the lives of those connected to your past. You may start to hear from people who Apologize unexpectedly. Express regret for how they treated you. Suddenly want to check in after months or years of distance. This is divine justice, not revenge, but restoration. God doesn't forget what you endured. The alignment you stepped into begins to rebalance what was broken. And while others may be convicted by their actions, you are free to heal and move forward. Many people pray at 3 a.m. seeking financial change. But here's what most don't realize. God often sends ideas before income. After your prayer, you may suddenly get inspired with a business concept, a job opportunity, a new way to manage or multiply your money, an urge to cut certain spending habits. Don't ignore these nudges. They are not random, they are part of your answered prayer. And as you follow through with even the smallest idea, that financial door begins to open. Remember, miracles are often disguised as responsibility. Handle the opportunity well, and greater abundance will follow. Beyond financial gain or emotional healing, many chosen ones report a sudden burst of purpose clarity after the 3 a.m. process. You may feel drawn to a new path. Realize it's time to leave a toxic situation. Suddenly know what steps to take next in life. That's divine strategy being downloaded to your spirit. Write it down. Reflect on it. Pray over it. Take small steps. Purpose isn't always revealed in lightning strikes, it unfolds in layers. And this layer is part of your breakthrough. A lot of people will dismiss the idea of 3 a.m. prayer and divine alignment. That's okay, because this message is not for everyone. It's for you, the 1%, the chosen one. You've always felt a little different. Maybe more sensitive, more intuitive, more driven, even when you couldn't explain why. That's not a flaw. That's a sign. God marked you with a specific frequency, one that hears His voice in the silence, sees the signal in the chaos, and feels the shift before it arrives. So if others don't understand this journey, don't worry. It wasn't given to them. It was given to you. Let's recap what to keep doing as your manifestation begins to unfold. 1. Stay consistent in prayer, especially between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., even if it's just 5 minutes. 2. Keep your written desires under your pillow for at least 7 nights. 3. Journal anything you notice, from dreams to emotional shifts. 4. Give thanks every morning, even if the breakthrough hasn't arrived yet. 5. Protect your focus and energy, this keeps you aligned and prepared. And finally, keep believing. Not because it's easy, but because it's already in motion. The fact that you've obeyed the divine prompting, taken the step of faith, and positioned yourself at 3 a.m., means your manifestation has already begun. Chosen one, you are not behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. Your obedience to this divine process has already begun shaping your future in ways you cannot yet see. Your job is to stay in alignment. Let God handle the rest. The door is opening. Your season is shifting. And the life you've been praying for, it's already on the way.